Going on to you, Geminis. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website, which have all the ways you can support me, so I can most definitely keep the channel going. Really appreciate it if you did. So you have the Six of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Chariot. So these three cards right here for you, Geminis, is about you, Geminis, looking for a good partner, and you're really putting your best foot forward, okay? But the Chariot represents, obviously, I wouldn't be able to tell y'all what it is or tell you a story or to have any kind of plot to it unless there was some challenges. The Chariot represents challenges. It represents the need to actually get to know the people that you are talking to, Gemini, okay? And to not necessarily let someone blind you, because Geminis, y'all could be blinded sometimes a little bit with how the person carries themselves. If they're clean, because a lot of you Geminis love cleanliness. If they're clean and they take care of themselves as far as outwardly, a lot of y'all can get caught up with that. So you have to actually get to know the person or the people in general that you're getting to know. Okay? The Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords represents, because if you don't get to know the people that you're getting to know or you're talking to from now on, it reflects that a lot of you still got a lot of internal work to do. That's what the Eight of Pentacles represents. It reflects how you Geminis need to develop that. Stop looking at just the outside. Outside is cool. I'm not saying for you not to look at it. But, get to know the internal person first. Who are they internally, right? And if you can't do that, these types of interactions that you're having will be a very good test for you Geminis yourselves to see how high or low level a lot of y'all really actually are. Are you really going to ask them these questions, the questions that needs to be asked? Or are you going to ignore all of that and ignore the red flags? You understand what I'm saying? And then when certain things happen, now you're going to be mad at the mug because what exactly is going on here? So then, which brings me to the Six of Swords. This is why it is that you, Gemini, should be asking those people some questions. Because if it seems a little bit too good to be true out this mug, or this person, you've caught this person in a couple of lies, or the things that they're saying doesn't necessarily make any sense, and that's how it is that you know that you should really stay away from them, right? You can still end out the interaction or chill or whenever it is that you're hanging out with them, but you don't have to ever call them again, right? The Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords represents how, because you still have other people that you can get to know, of course. See, the problem is not really age. The problem is the baggage, as I said before, as we've covered, the baggage that comes along with getting older. A lot of the times, people associate getting older with pricing themselves out of the quote-unquote dating market or the dating pool or whatever. But it's not even necessarily just their age. You could still find somebody regardless of how old you get. What it is that it's the baggage that comes along with it. You got a lot of people, you know what I mean, who are coming up, who just turned 21, who has the baggage of a dysfunctional 50-year-old, right? Not that there's anything wrong with 50-year-olds. I'm saying that of a dysfunctional 50-year-old, right? A person that has all this baggage and they can't do anything because one time, and they remember that the exes that they've dealt with, they've been through this, and every single time they have to wag their finger and talk to the new person that hasn't done any of that type of stuff to them about the lessons that they've learned from trial and error. It's like people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that. So this, like I said, this is a very good test for a lot of you Geminis. Then you have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess right here represents how a lot of you Geminis, if it seems like the interaction between yourself and others that you want to get to know is too difficult, don't even waste your time trying to like manifest it, trying to make it happen. Don't even waste your time. It should be smooth. It should fit like a glove, honestly. It shouldn't be that hard. It really shouldn't. You got too many people making it harder than what it really is. They really are. Convoluting it, making it stupid, making it sound stupid. So the thing about it is that the high priestess is about how so ghost anyone as well that gives you a hard time. Okay, so the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords is all about how, remember to keep your boundaries. Remember, don't create boundaries that are kind of crazy. You want to make boundaries that are not rocket science. In other words, you want to make boundaries that are reasonable. You know what I mean? Don't make boundaries like, oh, you know, you can't eat cereal on Saturday. That's stupid. All right, so let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups, excuse me. The Nine of Swords. Then you have the Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. So a lot of you Geminis are also financially wealthy too. A lot of you are, you know, you're building your wealth up. A lot of you you're not really spending on anything too extravagant. So a lot of you Geminis have a lot of disposable income that you're saving up. The Ten of Cups and the Nine of Swords for you Geminis are really about how you, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So a lot of you Geminis are actually getting quite romantic in the sense that y'all want someone that y'all can do this with. Share those type of mushy, gushy moments with, special moments with, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And the Nine of Swords is about, you know, you don't want to have to actually do it alone. So, a lot of you Geminis are starting to actually kind of, that hard exterior is actually starting to come down, and you Geminis are actually starting to be able to become more in touch with yourselves and admit, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all want this connection. Y'all want something real. And once again, there's nothing wrong with that. The Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords is about, because the situation for you Geminis is a lot of you, like I said, y'all have so much wealth as far as finances, but you're not, yes, that's important, but you Geminis are also thinking about what's going on with you internally as well, right? Your health and all of that other type of stuff, yes, right? Your health and all of that, most definitely. But a lot of you Geminis are really getting your story straight. And what I mean by that is, you Geminis understand that you can't present or represent to be with somebody or whatnot without you Geminis having to be presentable. You have to actually be on point. You can't show up and want what it is that you want, and yet at the same time, you know, you're unhealthy internally, you're not taking care of yourself externally. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords is about how this is where you start to look at yourself really from a critical point of view. So I just see, once again, I honestly see that you Geminis really do have the correct idea. I see that you Geminis are really making very good, wise decisions, and well beyond your years and age, regardless of however old you are. Because this level of enlightenment is a level of enlightenment that very few people on earth really rarely ever get a chance to actually exhibit. Most people are just, shake my head, yo. Shake my head. And we could tell because they're caught up with sports teams. And once you start talking to individuals about, you know what I mean, advancement and taking a look at themselves internally as well as externally, that's when people completely they completely go off. I don't know what it is you're talking about. Get out of my house. Some of them may even start to get like buck with you and start to get rowdy. And you're like, all right, yo, why are you trying to make it seem like I asked you to do something illegal? Because I didn't. I'm talking about internal values and, you know, all these deflections. And it's like, listen, you could deflect. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. It's like you could deflect till the sun don't come up anymore. You still got the same problem. So what you gonna do? King of Cups, Hierophant, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and then you Geminis have the Queen of Wands. So yet again, making very good decisions, getting in touch with yourself spiritually, not always living, you Geminis are not always living externally. You know that there's some things externally that's going to have to change. And one of those things is the way that people respect you. You're going to have to put up boundaries. The Five of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, you're going to carry yourselves with way more respect. And if another person can't respect it, then they have to go.